There are some injury roundups that we are looking at here. Garrett Wilson is practicing off of that knee injury back in week 6. We project 58 receiving yards, 5 receptions, a 32% touchdown probability against the Browns, who do have the 5th-ranked passing defense. Not exactly a welcome back spot for Garrett Wilson is what I would say. I'm not really touching him at all this week. Do you feel any different?
No, not at all. We're going to talk about this game in a little bit. And that's pretty much going to be the sentiment, is I'm just not even remotely interested in just about any prop in this game, regardless of the side.
Yeah. Outside there, we have Bucky Irving, who is listed as questionable, still not practicing. I'll translate that for you. I don't think he's playing. I say that as someone who has owned Bucky Irving in fantasy all year long. And reminder, the injury that has held him out for over a month is an injury he suffered in the first half of the last game he played. He played the whole second half and ran for like 90 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half. Something is ominous here, and I'm not accusing them of any wrongdoing, foul play, but I just the fact that he's been listed as questionable with no formal IR stent for now going on 6 weeks, this is something fishy to me, Dave.
Yeah, it just reeks of lingering issue that they are either trying to keep low key or just, I'm trying to think of a good comparison. It's not like the Kyler stuff where that certainly just feels like they were like, yeah, he's not ready. And then now they're putting him on IR. They were like, oh my God, we have to put him on IR just to save some face here. But no, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't like it. I will say he's got odds on the books, at least for touchdowns, because I saw that when I was going through putting together stuff for the show. Not in our projections, though. So that tells me even more so that he's not playing, because we are often the other way around. We have a guy in until he's ruled out, even if it's unlikely. And the fact that he's not even in there means our lineup feed has him out. And I think that's the case. Because he's on the books, I think you got some pretty good opportunities to bet on Rachaad White here. I will say we have some touchdown value on the site. I'm not going to dive into it. I would just recommend going to check it out in the Bucs Patriots prediction. It's all there, but I don't think the odds will change much. But if the books are putting Bucky up there, then the Rachaad White prices should theoretically be too good right now. So
yeah. Right. Yeah, they're going to drop immensely if Bucky doesn't play, and I would be shocked if Bucky does play. By the way, for those insights, Dimers Pro, get 50% off with Dimers Pro, promo code podcast. Make sure you check it out. Get yourself the 50% off. We just talked about how we both lean to the under in the Colts Falcons overseas game. Here's a reason to add to our list of reasons we like that. Michael Pittman has not been practicing. He's got a glute injury. We don't know if he's going to play or not. If he doesn't, Alec Pierce would be the top wideout in our model, currently projected for 58.5 yards, a 25% touchdown. But again, reminder, the Falcons have a pretty amazing passing defense. So if Pittman is unavailable, that's their best through-the-air target outside of Tyler Warren. I would not expect a prolific day from the Colts receivers.
Yeah, right there with you. Kind of one of those ones where if Pittman doesn't play, you wish it was a different week because you love to take advantage of Alec Pierce in this spot. 58.5 receiving yards is actually pretty high for like a second receiver in our projections. Usually you'll see that the top guy dominate and then tail off a bit. So, there's a good ceiling for Alec Pierce, but it's going to be a tough one to reach, I think, in this game. I'm not shying away from Pittman, like playing him in fantasy or anything, but just one, as mentioned, just a game I'm assuming is going to be an underground heavy game. So,
yep. Yeah, 100%. And then lastly, we got our eyes on the Bills backfield. James Cook, one of the most reliable backs in the entire league, does have an ankle/foot injury designation. Nobody really knows exactly what's going on with Cook. We're going to have to wait and see on his status. If he is out, you would see the combination of Ray Davis and Ty Johnson in some form. I don't get excited at either of those names, but they're facing a Dolphins defense that is pretty easy to get excited about unexciting names. What do you make of that opportunity?
I think it's a not really an opportunity, to be honest. Like, I feel like no matter, say James Cook doesn't play, you're probably going to get it wrong, which back ends up dominating. Neither of them has had enough work to show that they're clearly the guy. Ray Davis is definitely more of the rusher. Ty Johnson's more of the passing game guy. But we've got Ty Johnson projected at what I have here, 34 yards to, or 24 yards, excuse me, to Ray Davis's 13, 22% TD probability. I think the only way you can get a good number on these guys is to get it now if you can. And if James Cook plays, you're cooked. No pun intended, to be honest there. That was not intentional. So you will be James cooked if you bet it now and he plays. And if you wait till he's ruled out, I think we're just not going to know who's going to run this. It's going to be Josh Allen 2 times from the goal line. It's going to be a mess. So
that pun should have been intentional. Yeah. It was a lovely pun. I wish it was intentional.
Maybe it was from somewhere deep back here in the brain, but
you're just getting so good at this, Dave. That's all that's happening right now. Cook, out of all these injuries we're mentioning, Cook's the one that, like, I will not be surprised if he plays and has a very normal workload. Again, it's all mysterious. It's up in the air what's going on with him. But for me, I'm not rushing to back either of the Bills' backup backs, even if he is out. And Cook's so damn tough, he might play through it anyway. There you have it. Lots of injuries in the NFL. This time of year, there always is lots of injuries in the NFL. But sometimes that can help you find the spots with value. The other way to find the spots with value, Dimers Pro. We tell you, it's very easy. We'll just give you our best bets with probabilities, with edges, all of it. Promo code podcast gets you 50% off of Dimers Pro.